All right, new record on the day from that round, 5 feet, but still off to a pretty slow start. That was now 15 shots. But let's get the record updated. All right. 5.1 feet. Now let's lock in and start hitting some better shots. All right, here we go. All right, well, one of the first misses left today, but very bad double cross there. All right, three good shots from that round, but still a lot of room to get closer. 5 feet is not the best. All right, here we go. Time to start making some progress today. All right, good starting line on that one. Just got to get it to fade. All right, much more consistent around there. Outside of that last shot, bit chunky on that one, but still only like 9 feet from that round. All right, very slow start so far. I think that's like 25 or 30 shots in, and still the closest is 5 feet. So let's get back in a rhythm here. All right, here we go. Closest from yesterday was, I think, 1 foot 10 inches. So that'll be the goal, to beat that one today. The main goal is obviously to get the hole in one, but we'll see if we can get that done. Oh. All right, very inconsistent right now with draws and fades. Trying to just hit a fade, but I've turned a lot of these recent ones over. All right, here we go. Still a bit inconsistent. Overdue for a good shot. This has been a bad start. All right, 8 feet on that one. Slow, very, very slowly getting there. All right, well, no water balls that round, which is a positive, but still nothing inside of 5 feet. Definitely a negative there. Here we go, a little regroup. Get back to hitting some good shots. All right, well, the positive from last round is gone for this round, so now I really need to hit a good shot. Already put the first one in the water. And the second one, on the opposite side. No club face control right now. All right, inside of 10 feet there. Little long, got to take a little bit off, but right line on that one. All right, inside of 10 feet on that round, but still a lot of room for improvement. Here we go. All right, a little more consistent that round. Let's see. Only 15 feet was the best out of those 5, though. Gotta get back in that 5-foot range. Here we go. All right. And for anyone just joining now, the current challenge is to make a hole-in-one with every club in my bag. I've got 4 clubs down. Of course, the easiest 4, 56 degree, 52 degree, 48 degree, and wedge, so all the wedges. And now I'm on day 5 of the 9-iron, and yeah, I've got a ways to go. But the goal is to finish it by the end of 2026. So we'll see how that works out. But the 9-iron has been giving me some serious trouble these last couple days. Closest so far with the 9-iron is 1 foot 10 inches from yesterday, but got some room to go. All right, here we go. I definitely got some room to go today, as the record for today is still only 5 feet. And chunking it is not going to help get that record. Well, in this case, it almost did somehow, but most of the time, chunking it is not gonna help. All right, just pulling these a tad right now. The goal is to start it left, because the screen runs left to right, and then just fade one in there, but they're not wanting to fade right now. All right, a little bit of a better shot there. Little long, but better line. All right, making some progress. 6 feet, close to the daily record, but still not quite. Oh, and there's the wide open face one. That is going to be 20 yards in the water. Not a good swing there. All right, 6 feet from that round. All right, let's see. Upper foot to the right. Open face, good in roast beef, bad in golf. Yeah, completely agree. All right, did you mean left foot to the right a little bit? Or my trail foot? Let's see. All right, we'll adjust in a second. Starting to get the yardage a little bit figured out. But yeah, that open face shot is getting me. All right, that one should be good as long as it's not long. Okay, can't be upset about a new record on the day. Nope, never mind, exactly the same. 5 feet, 1 inch, but still, closer. Right line, little long. All right, here we go. Might be a little short on that one. All right, the line is looking better though. Not enough fade on that one. Probably closer on the distance. A little closer on the distance, but a bit too far left. And there's the open face fade again. That's going to be right side of the green. Same thing as the last one. All right, a little bit of a better round though. Got one around the 5 foot mark. Let's see. 16 feet on that one. Yeah, one inside of 5 feet, one 10-footer. Yeah, golf gods. I definitely noticed that in my alignment that I am a bit off with my feet. This hole is 147, a little bit downhill. There is some wind, which you might not be able to see, but it's like bouncing between 2 to 3 miles per hour back at me, and I got my 9-iron here. All right, here we go. All right, good starting line there, but I just didn't want to fade. Good distance as well. A little too far right on that one. Good distance. Back inside of 10 feet. That one could be good if it gets there. Okay, a little short. Right idea though. 7 feet short on that one. All right, much more consistent that round. Still not very close, but consistent. So that's one step in the right direction. All right, thank you for all the comments. This is awesome. This is I'll try to respond to them all. I've got them on my computer over on the side here, but could get closer if I play Kirkland balls. I currently got the Pro V out, but I'd have to go buy some Kirklands. All right, here we go. Let's get one inside of 5 feet. It's been too long so far. All right, that one's not a bad starting line. Just no fade whatsoever, closed off the face of it. But definitely got to start it left to get close to this pin. All right, that was a little bit of an overcorrection. Probably went from like 3 degrees closed to probably like 5 open. And that's a deserved water ball, which is not ideal. Little right on that one. Distance looks solid, just a tad right. All right, that should be good. Okay, not quite enough fade, but if that gets more fade spin, should be coming in from the left side there, a little better than that. but 7 feet, so still not too bad. Very chunky on that one. A little bit of forgiveness from the mat that got pin high. All right, 7 feet on that round. Not bad, but still a lot of room to go. Yeah, I definitely do. My usual swing is a draw, but this green runs left to right, so I'm trying to play the fade, and it's resulted in a little bit of inconsistency on my club face. But we're gonna keep going with the fade and see if I can get some more consistent ones. And that is the dreaded straight ball. Decent starting line, and it just didn't come back, unfortunately. Same thing on that one. The problem with the draw on this hole too is most of the time my draw goes a little long. My like usual draw 9-iron would be closer to like 150, 155. So I'm also trying to add a little bit of spin with the fade. But so far this round I've hit 2 draws, so not working so well. All right, got it to fade that time, but a little bit of an overcorrection, left it too open. All right, now getting the right shot shape and completely wrong starting direction. Gotta work on that start line a little bit to get some closer attempts. That was just a bad swing. All right, well, a lot of green and regs that round, but green and regs don't really do anything for this challenge. All right, here we go. Thanks for all the chats. Yeah, I am. My big problem over the off season is that I get super stuck because my hips want to like rotate fast, that like junior golfer problem, and then the club just gets stuck behind me and I flip it over for a draw. But I've been working on that, gotten a little better, but it still definitely gets me every once in a while, which is why I have that pull draw going on. Trying to keep that trail elbow in front of my body a little better. Like that one. Got the right starting line and then it just stayed straight on me. And that one. Same thing. All right, here we go. All right, much better ball flight. That started like 2 yards right of where I wanted it. And then, yeah, probably finish 8 feet to the right of the pin. Okay, 9.5 feet to the right. Good distance, good swing, little off on the start line, but that would be the idea. Just a nice, like, 5-yard fade into this pin. All right, that one didn't want to cut. Not bad, though. 13.5 feet. Way open on that one. All right, getting there. Very slowly, but getting there. All right, here we go. Yeah, that is also something that I've noticed is that I can get inside on that swing on the take back part, which is not helping with trying to fade it. All right, let's get some good attempts here. All right, pull, draw, good starting line, bad shot shape, execution. Almost a good one. A little too far right. 13.5 feet. Wide open. Ooh, all right. Bad directional control right now. Got to get that figured out. Distance hasn't been too bad, but direction is really not on my side right now. All right, yeah, I am gonna try to aim a little more left on these. most of the misses have been right. So swinging a little more left here. All right, a little better. I was trying to fade. Didn't quite come back, but right around 13 feet. Okay, need a little more roll out there. Oh, finally inside of 5 feet today. 4 feet, 11 inches. Shut the face again. All right, some better swings that round with finally a 2-inch improvement. Can't complain about an improvement, but not the best. Not what I was looking for. All right, let's get that updated. All right, there we go. Okay, 4 feet, 11 inches. Lot of room to go. Good swing, good shot shape, a little too far right on the starting line. Back around that 10-foot range. 9.5 feet. Good start to the round though. Just overfaded that one. Right idea with just a little too much fade. All right, just passed it on that one. 11 feet. All right, 8 feet. Getting more consistent now. All right, 3 shots that round inside of 10 feet. And I think the others were like 11 and 14. So probably the best round of the night. Still nothing too close though. All right, here we go. Oh. Bad shot with a decent result. Oh, just needed that one to fade. Distance would have been good. 8 feet. All right, the distance is very consistent right now. Getting better with the direction, but still struggling a little bit. Lazy swing there. Same exact swing. Same spot, same shot shape, same everything. Here we go. Alright, well, just put like 5 shots in almost the same spot. Unfortunately, that spot was like 20, 25 feet away from the pin. So, here we go. Alright, had a rhythm going a little bit, like 10 shots ago, but lost it a little, so let's get it back. Not bad, probably back to that 10-foot range. Yep, 9.5. Wow, that was very thin. Like 5 groups low. Oh, got there somehow, but bad shot. Alright, a little bit of a rough round there. Oh, yeah, I don't know how many balls I've hit over the last like 3 or 4 days, but it's been a lot. Luckily, maybe I could use a Red Bull. Yeah, I'm glad that I'm still on the 9-iron for the hole-in-one challenge, because if I was trying to hit like a 4-iron or a 3-wood over and over, it would not be going as smoothly. I think my body would break down pretty quick, but 9-iron's still able to do it. Back to that pull draw. Alright, here we go. I've also got my swing speed numbers up on the side here, and I think from where I started I've dropped 5 miles per hour, so definitely slowing down. All the swings are catching up to me. Back to that open face. Oh, bouncing back and forth between the left and right side. Gotta get back to the center. All right, here we go. Let's get another improvement. A little too far right still. The miss hit is almost the new close. That seems to be how it works sometimes. 7 feet. Alright, a little short, right idea though. Alright, a little more consistent this round. Most of these shots within 20 feet. That one was just 7. Still mostly missing, just a tad right. Gotta get these starting a little more left. But almost all shots there within 15 feet. Alright, still consistent, but nothing super close again. 13 feet closest on that round. Oh, right idea, not enough fade. 7 feet on that one. A little more fade, and then should be giving it some runs. Oh, that's a lot more fade. Like 20 yards more fade. Not exactly what I was looking for. Couple over fading now. Got to get back to that that original shot that I had. All right, right starting line on that one. No fade though. All right, right distance, maybe 2 to 3 yards too much fade. Inside of 10 feet, but not quite what I was looking for. Oh, that one was really bad. Barely cleared the water. Oh, that one's gonna be the first water ball in a while. Off the rock, into the water. All right, here we go. Swinging it a little lazy right now. Let's get it back. Or just hit the exact same shot. Alright, a little bit better there. Back inside of 10 feet. Oh, right idea, but no fade. No fade and a little long. 11 feet on that one. Alright. Couple bad swings there. Got to reset a little bit and get more consistent again. Oh my. So much for that reset. That was one of the worst swings of the day so far. That one could be good if it keeps fading. Not quite enough fade. Let's see. Alright, 4 feet 7. Just very, very small improvements today. Went from 5 feet 1 to 4 feet 11, I think, to now 4 feet 7. To an open face water ball. Oh, not quite water, but way over on that right side. A little thin on that one. Losing the swing a bit here. Gotta find it. Alright, still an improvement from that round though. Get that updated and keep going. All right. Should be updated now. Here we go. Back to it. How's it going, Theodore? Thanks for joining the chat here. All right, let's get some good attempts going. Sloppy last round. Let's get back to some closer shots. So, that was not closer. That was one of the furthest. Here we go. Better swing. Needs to fade a little bit. Needed to fade and go. Oh, back to that open face push. Push fade. All right, better line, a little long. 10 feet. All right, 10 feet on that round. Still do better than that. Wow, nearly a shank there. That one will definitely be in the water. Lazy swing. All right, here we go. I think I am about like 200 shots into the day, so the swing's slowing down a bit, but still can do better than that one. All right, close one there. 5 feet 2 inches, almost a new record on the day. Oh, bad swing. Alright, I don't know what that was if the last one was a bad swing. That was even worse. Oh my. And of course it's gonna be a new close on the day. The worst swing of the day gets to be the closest. Alright. 2 feet 7 inches, let's get that updated. Alright, got that saved now. Thank you, Theodore. Thanks for joining. Alright, let's get back to it. New record on the last round, but more room to go. Alright, good start to this set of 5. 6 feet. A little too much fade on that one. Too much fade and too long, but right idea. $13 on that. Oh, close. Close one. 4.5 feet. Very heely on that one. Alright. Other than the last shot though, good round. 2 pretty close to that 5 foot range. Oh no. Alright. All the shots today are adding up a bit. Starting to get some inconsistent attempts. Let's see. How's it going, Caden? Thanks for joining the chat. Unfortunately, you just saw one of the worst shots, probably. But here we go. Let's get some good ones. not enough fade on that one. Probably good distance. Alright, little long, little left. Good distance, probably like 15 feet right. 13 feet. Big pull. That one looks pretty good. Might have a chance. Just short. Let's see. Might be a new record. No, 2 feet 11 inches. Still a good attempt. Needed a bit more roll out there. Another decent looking one. Might be a little too far right. Just right on that one. Okay. Getting some good attempts though. Back inside 5 feet. 4 feet on that one. Another good looking one. Needs to roll out a bit. Just stay too far left. 7 feet. A lot of fade on that one. Oh, another pretty close attempt there. All right, really good set of attempts. Closest was, I think, 4 feet. Yeah, 4 feet. But 4 of the 5 shots within 10 feet there. So starting to reel in the distance again. Let's see if we can get lucky with one. Alright, got the idea. Start it left. Fade it in there to the right. Now let's get lucky. Right idea, too far right on the start line though. Alright, leaving these a bit open now. Gotta close it off again. Ooh, another close one. 4 feet 10 inches. Keeping them inside of 5 feet, but haven't given one a good run in a little bit. Back to that open face swing. Gotta close it a little more. Still not too bad though, probably like 15 feet right. Ooh. Good line, needed more distance. Alright, here we go. Still trying to beat my best attempt from yesterday, which was 1 foot 10 inches. Got somewhat close, but there's still room. Oh, that is not going to do it. Pull draw into the water, probably. Yep. Alright, push fade into the other side. 2 bad shots in a row. Here we go, reset a little bit. Alright. Wow. Wide open face. I think that might have been like 50 yards right of the pin. Alright, bad round there. It's like I missed one way right and then I just immediately overcorrect, miss it on the opposite side, overcorrect, and I'm just in a pattern of over exaggerating the fix. So let's get out of that. Or let's just keep doing it over and over. Left, right, back and forth. Here we go. Wow, I think that was the worst round yet. That was not a good one. How's it going, Noah? Thanks for joining the chat. I think you just saw, unfortunately, my worst round of the night, but almost 2 hours in now, probably right around 200 balls hit tonight, and gotta lock back in. The attempts are getting very inconsistent. All right, here we go. Let's try to get one good final stretch here, and let's get lucky and finally get rid of this 9-iron with a hole-in-one. Or also repeat what I've been doing. That works too. I got the 9-iron from 147. It fits pretty well into my 9-iron range. Trying to fade one in from the left side because that's the slope of the green. It goes a little left to right. Right idea, but pushed it a little bit. Yeah, trying to make a hole-in-one with every club. So far, I've got 4 clubs down. The 4 easiest, my 4 wedges. And now the 9-iron is starting to give me trouble. But it's definitely better being stuck on the 9-iron than stuck on like a 3-wood, where each swing takes a lot more effort than swinging a 9-iron. All right, here we go. Good starting line on that one, but no fade. Probably right around 10, 15 feet. Yep, 10 and a half. Yeah, I'm definitely scared of when I get to those like long irons and woods on how many attempts I'll be able to do it a day before I like just completely destroy my body. But that seems to be pretty far away because they're still pretty stuck on the 9-iron. A little chunky on that one. Gonna be short. Oh, almost got there. More left than it was short. 7 feet for that one. All right, better than the last set. Let's keep going in that direction. All right, here we go. Little reset. Let's get back to some good swings. Right idea, but just mishit there. Yep, a little short, good line. 10 feet. a little bit of an open face right now. Seems like they're going pin high, but just leaving them outright. That one just didn't want to cut back. Good starting line, no cut. 9 feet. Whoa. Very chunky there. Barely cleared the water. All right. Not a horrible round, but still got to do better than that. All right, here we go. Try to get a couple more good attempts. That one could be good. Okay, not quite enough fade and a tiny bit short. 6.5 feet. There's that high spinny fade. That one's not going to do it. That one felt good. Oh, right there, probably 3 or 4 feet short. Yeah, 4 feet short. All right. I think better overall attempts that round. One really close one. Oh, I actually got one more shot. All right, not a bad round though. Back inside of 5 feet, which is good. But still more room. Let's keep it going. That would be fun, Lonely Lemon. That would definitely be Wouldn't be able to do that probably because of like divots and green repair stuff, but that is a good idea. That would be more fun. Might be a little too far. Sit. Oh, right past it. 2 feet 9 inches. Then go to that hole and ace it. Yeah, that would be a good challenge. I like that idea. I definitely hope this is a hole at PGA West, the stadium course. So if I ever go to this course, I would hope to get it within 10 feet because I think I've hit like 600 plus shots on this hole over the last 4 or 5 days of trying to make a hole-in-one here. Pulled that one a little. Oh, long as well. That one's good if it holds its line. It's trying to fade though. Okay, a little long, a little right. 6 feet. Oh, way right on that one. Still good distance, just left the face open. 24 feet. Yeah, open the face on that one. This sim is not in my house. This is just a public simulator room spot. It's a super awesome setup though. I love it here. Love playing here. Got the TrackMan in the ceiling, and this is like I started playing here I think a month ago now, and this is my first time using TrackMan, but the TrackMan stats are ridiculous. I've never seen like all the imaging that this can do, so it's really cool to be able to play on one of these. All right. That one could be good. Needs to fade a little bit. Oh, okay. A little more rollout and that one would have been good. 3 feet 5 inches. Tad open on that one. A little short pin high and a little right. Yeah, the TrackMan is awesome, and it's especially good. I'm from Wisconsin, so we've got about like five months of off season. So a lot of indoor practice going on, and I'm very glad I found this place because this has definitely changed my indoor practice from just hitting into a net to actually seeing the stats and ball flight behind it. Starting to leave these open again. That was a problem earlier. Starting to fall back to that. So let's close these off a bit. Not quite. Like 4 in a row, left out a little right. Alright, those last 2 are pin high though, so that's good to keep them pin high. Yeah, definitely. The problem is I'm mostly a draw player, but like the hole in one on this hole is set up for a fade, so I'm trying to force myself to hit a fade. And unfortunately, so far my way of hitting a fade has still been to swing like a little in to out and then just leave the face open. So I do have to get that out to in swing path to get these starting a little more left. But yeah, it seems like the ones that I have been able to fade and start on the right line, they've like rolled by and given it a chance. So I'm gonna stick to this hole, and it's good to get some practice trying to hit fades when that's not my usual shot shape. There we go. That was better start line, but a little chunky, so it's going to be short. But right idea. Oh, same thing. A little chunky. Yeah, usually, so the like each room is like its own private room, but there are 3 bays here at this facility. So I have been lucky so far being able to book, and I'm pretty sure that this place is new around like November of 2025. So I think it's still pretty hidden. So it hasn't been too tough to book, but I'm definitely scared that that's gonna become a problem. Right back to that open face fade. There we go, that's a good one. Over faded, but it at least started left of the pin, which is definitely good when you're trying to hit a fade. And then right back to the open face fade. One shot later. Yeah, I've got the club path up on like the screen next to me over here, and like almost all of them are like 1 degree in to out. So I definitely do have to get that club going left. And then I've got a mix in my bag right now. I've got some Cobra wedges. The irons are the Titleist T200s. But then for my 4-iron and 3-iron, I've got like that utility. Let's see, it's kind of like, let's see if I can get this in the picture. It's kind of like the mix of the iron and hybrid. Launches like a little higher than a usual 4-iron would, which I like. And I think I've had these for 3 years now, and they've treated me well. So, what clubs are you rocking? And yeah, this is currently a 9. All right, let's see. Yeah, yes, they are similar. I've seen those as well. Yep. All right, let's get that out to in swing path. Okay, well, I got the out to in swing path, but I also almost shanked it. Let me move the mouse real quick. All right, give me 1 second here. I'm actually I'm running out of time in my bay, and I need to see if I can get it for 1 more hour. So let's see. Sorry, 1 second. Here we go. All right, let's see. Okay, good. There is a spot open here, so I can stay in this bay. All right. Back to the golf now. All right. Sorry about that. Just had to make sure that I'm still good in this bay. Yeah, it says 8-iron down there. I think that's just the recommended club. I'm currently on 9-iron. It's 147, 13 feet downhill, and usually my 9-iron, obviously I usually play a draw, so it goes a bit longer, but it's in like that 150 to 155 range. So I'm hoping the fade takes a little bit off and gets it at the gets it correct. A little bit in to out on that club path. Gonna leave that one right. Better swing, but still, that one was like 0.0 club path. Just not swinging enough out to in for what I'm trying to do here. There we go. That one's a good attempt. Oh, closer. Let's see. 4 feet 4 inches on that one. Another good swing, but that one didn't want to fade for me. Just stays out to the left. All right, not a bad round though. Pretty consistent there. Just focus. All right, all right. All right, here we go. Yeah, and then I'm currently on the 9-iron because the challenge is to make a simulator hole-in-one with every club. And so far I've got 4 down, all of my wedges. So 56 degree, 52 degree, 48 degree, and pitching wedge. So now we're on to the 9-iron. This hole seems to be my best chance, but this is now day 5, and still haven't gotten one. But gonna keep going at it with the 9. Right start line, and then just turn it over for a draw instead of a fade. Wow. Tried to lock in, and I think I hit my worst attempt so far. Well, not so far, but worst attempt out of these last like 20 or so. That one didn't want to fade. Good swing, right idea, just no fade. Oh, started left, but faded a little too much. Pin high, probably 15 feet right. Yeah, 16 feet. Yeah, thanks for all the chats. Yeah, I've gotten I was hoping to do the pitching wedge on like the TPC Sawgrass Stadium hole, but unfortunately the TrackMan actually doesn't have that hole as an option, or at least this TrackMan. You could probably find a way to buy it, but all right, here we go. Let's get these starting a little more left. All right, not bad, just no fade. Still right around pin high with these, so that is the positive. If I can just hopefully get one online, then I might be able to get lucky. Alright, over faded, but around 10 feet I would guess. Yep, 11 feet 8 inches. Okay, that was a bad one. The in-to-out swing path plus a open club face does not usually equal a good shot. There we go. That one should be good. I just didn't want to fade. Distance was good. Not enough fade on it. 5 feet 8 inches. Alright, actually got the swing path out to in, but wide open on the face, 3 degrees open. Alright, better attempts that round. Let's get these dialed back in. Yeah, I'm very, very grateful for this setup. At the rock left of the pin. Yeah, I agree. Right at that rock back there. Get it to fade in and then just spin down the slope. Alright, again, just an open club face. Like too open on the... Not enough out to in and a little too open. Alright, pretty close to the correct starting line there, but overcorrected the face angle at contact. So that one just stayed out there. Alright, probably 10 feet right. Distance is still looking good, so that's a positive. 12 feet right. Here we go. That one finally had the starting line I was looking for. Just no fade. 7 feet left. Pulled that one pretty bad. Oh, almost a water ball. Not quite, but almost. All right, here we go. Almost the one I was looking for. Probably 5 feet right on that one. Just splitting it. 5 feet left, 5 feet right. There we go. Close. Right idea. That's the worst. When I finally hit the starting line, I just can't get it to fade. that one should be good. Oh no. Perfect line. 3 feet past. Didn't want to spin back. Alright, that was the right shot though. Just gotta do that one again and hope a little harder, I guess. Alright, well I did it. I did it again, I think. Now I just need to hope. Oh, way long on that one. Never mind, lost a lot of backspin there. Okay, 2 in a row with a good line and good shot shape. So, glad that is getting better. Now let's get the distance. That one's going to fade a little too much. Nine and a half feet. Alright, really good attempts there though. 3 feet 2 inches was the closest from that set of 5. Alright, here we go. Let's keep that rhythm going. That was my probably one of my best sets of 5 so far. Not the closest attempts, but very consistent online and fairly close distance-wise. Okay, another good one. Little too far right. A little too far right and a little long, but probably in that 10-foot range again. Yeah, 10 and a half. Alright, we're just going to act like that one didn't happen. First miss it in like 10 shots though, so I can't be too mad. Just a little chunky and close off the face. Gotta ignore that one and keep the rhythm going. That one looks good. I don't know if it's there though. I didn't catch all of it. Okay, a little short. 8 feet. Starting to surround it a bit, so hopefully at this pace one of these has gotta get lucky. Alright, just pulled that one a little too far left. Same thing. Starting to consistently get an out to in swing path though, which is what I'm going to need for a good fade that actually starts left of the pin. Now unfortunately those last two just didn't want to fade, but right idea. Yeah, there were a couple of yanks in that set of 5. I think 3 of them might have been some pretty bad pulls. Oh, another close one. Let's see, probably around 5.5 feet. That one felt good. Get lucky. Just passed. Okay. 2 good ones in a row. 6 feet 8 inches on that one. Little push there. Ooh, wide open face. Wide open face and a little chunky. Another close one, but it's going to be too far right. All right. 3 solid shots that round, and then 2 not so solid, but not the worst set of 5. Yeah, no, it looked like it was going to be a new best 5, but went a little downhill. All right, here we go. Chunky and pulled. Oh my. Okay, well this one is definitely not a new best out of 5. But luckily the hole in one, it only takes 1 good shot, so. Alright, here we go. Back to swinging in to out a little. I gotta get these out to in again. Distance looks good, but leaving them right. A little bit thin, but it's on a good line if it somehow gets there. Okay, that actually, it did get there. Landed pin high. 5 feet. Oh, I don't know how that one didn't fade. It was on a good start line. Long as well, not much backspin. All right, losing the rhythm a little bit. Let's get this back again. Look at, oh no. Alright. Little reset. Now let's get some good swings back. I think, let me see. I think I'm like 2.5 hours in. So the body's starting to get a little tired on me, but I'm gonna battle through as long as the attempts are still good. And then once I start to lose it, I might have to call it for today, but I think there's still room for improvement. Ooh, that could be good. Oh, okay. 5 feet. Needed a little more release on that. Turned it over for a draw. Almost, might have overfaded. Yeah, a little too much fade on that one. That one's on a good line. That one like came down the flagstick line. So for a second I thought it was like in on the fly, but unfortunately not. 4 feet past, or 3 feet 9 inches I think was the exact. Stayed straight on me. All right. Another good set of 5 though. Yeah, that one, I thought it like went right down the flag line, and I thought it was a slam dunk, but then I saw it bouncing and rolling behind it. Close though. Another good looking one. Just a little short right, but I mean, right around 5 feet again, just surrounding it. Wide open. Don't go in the water. Alright, stayed in the rough. That makes me feel a little better. No fade. couple lazy swings this round. Gotta get it back. All right, here we go. Still one more chance this round though to hit a good one. Needs to fade a little. All right, just past left. 9 feet. All right. Couple sloppy attempts that last round. Let's get another good round here. That's a good start. Oh my gosh. Again, just landed right next to it. 3 feet 6 inches. A little too far right. Pin high. Okay. All right. I guess this won't be a best new set of 5, but that's all right. Just held on to it for the draw. Did not feel good over that one. All right. New set of 5 here. Still had, I think, 2 good attempts from that round. Maybe just one. Yeah. Oh. That was not a copy of the last start. Okay, here we go. Starting to get a little inconsistent here. Let's get locked back in. Just no fade on that one. No fade and an in to out swing path. All right, better start line. Out to in again. No fade though. Let's do that same shot, but get that one to fade. Okay, got that one to fade, but it started a little too far right. Or sorry, too far left. A little long as well. Oh no, double cross, full draw. Long left. Yeah, the fatigue is definitely setting in. Man, I wish I could see how many balls I've hit so far, because I'm sure it's up there. All right, let's see. See if I can get one or two more good rounds out of tonight. But definitely got the idea down now. I feel like I've got a good idea of where the starting line should be. And if I don't end up getting it tonight, I will be trying again tomorrow night around the same time. But starting line is pretty locked in. Fade's locked in. Now I just got to get lucky on one. But I still got 10 to 15 more attempts in me tonight. All right, started too far right. Too much fade. Right idea. Pin high, probably like 10 feet right. Pretty similar shot to the last one. Okay, thin, but the line is really... Oh, no, it faded too much. I was hoping I could get away with a thin one there, but not quite. 10 feet. Wow, I can't believe that one didn't fade. Felt good, but it just stayed straight. All right, thanks for chatting, Lonely. That was a lot of fun. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, this is the fatigue is setting in. This is gonna be my my last set of 5 shots here. So let's see how this goes. Here we go. Last 5. Let's get one lucky one. All right, not a bad start. Pulled it a little bit, but good distance, good idea. Another close one. All right, a little long. one's on a good line. Oh, long again. The spin rate was lower on that one, so that makes sense. But the line got me a bit excited there. All right, 2 more shots. Come on. Oh, another good line. It was just a little chunky. 4 feet. Last shot. Let's end it on a good one. Good swing, but it didn't fade. Probably like 10 feet. Alright. How's it going, no one? Alright, well, unfortunately, that is like 3 hours of golf, 3 hours of swinging this 9-iron, and I was unable to do it again. So, I'll be live again tomorrow night. But thanks for chatting and thanks for stopping in. There were a lot of good attempts tonight. A lot of close calls, but couldn't get one to drop. But yeah, thanks again for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again tomorrow night.